We're here with designer Julie Defonce, and you are going to decorate, and we are going to replicate. Is that right?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
Everybody's gonna make their own. So I brought along a top tier of one of my wedding cakes. It's a 6-inch tier, and I wanted to show you how I cut the layers, and yours are pre-cut. So this is a cake leveler, and basically it's 2 wires, and you can set them to any height you want. And this is how you get your tiers level. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's how that works. And then this is snacks.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
We get to eat the mistakes, which
Yeah.
I'm
The weather
excited
muffin
about.
will eat that.
So a lot of my brides and grooms want their guests to have 2 different flavors. So what I do is I alternate the flavors. So if you take the first, everybody's gonna do their own. So if you take your pastry bag and you take the bottom tier, an end, doesn't matter which one, I usually put a little dot there to glue it. Okay.
On the bottom.
On the bottom, in the middle.
Bottom in the middle. Oh,
The bottom in the middle. And there's also a trick with the pastry bag. If you hold it kind of in the middle so it doesn't go that way, you want it just to come out the front. Okay? Now,
Dot.
we're going to make a circle around the outside, and you can hold the pastry bag in one place, and you just turn the turntable like that. Okay? And then I'm going to keep going. So then you just make another circle, and you make a spiral. Okay? And then when you got it sort of filled in, there's a little angled spatula, and you just go over it and smooth it.
So in addition to taste, obviously we want frosting in between the layers. Does this have another purpose?
The frosting in between the
Yes.
layers? Well, it just divides it up, I guess, a little bit. And then you could put different kinds of fillings or frostings. Visually, sometimes, you know, I put fresh fruit sometimes, so you have, when you cut into it, you see different things. Yep, so there you go. So you put the other flavor on top, and then you just do the same thing.
How do you spin and squeeze at the same time? You're spinning and
It's
squeezing.
like tapping your head and rubbing
Yeah,
your
I
nose.
know.
It is.
Yeah.
It
Seriously.
is. It really is. And then you get.
If you can't do it, you can just leave the turntable and, you know, draw the spiral like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
yeah.
if that's easier. That's
Easier for
that's
me.
okay.
Look, Jeffrey, look, you can just do it without.
Oh my gosh, this is exciting.
I know, right?
So basically, this is, you know, this is my life. This is what I do every day.
My life with cakes.
My life with cake.
Oh, you had to. Oh,
All right,
okay.
so
you
I'm
had
kind
to
of
spread it
cheating
out.
on
you guys
the
are
method.
you guys are
of-
doing really well.
Let's talk a little about the buttercream
Oh,
Okay.
frosting here. I heard you mention earlier that you have to be careful when you're cooking with it because it can.
Well, it's So I use a Swiss meringue buttercream recipe. So it's got a lot of butter
Okay.
and egg whites and sugar and vanilla, and then I usually put white chocolate in it because it becomes even more stable. So if you're talking about a hot climate like Florida or Portugal, you know, we're dealing with usually warm weather when we have a wedding outdoors, and you don't want anything to melt. So the butter, if it's cold, and the chocolate when it's cold, it'll stay solid longer.
Wow.
Yeah.
All these little mini things make a big difference
Yeah.
for your cake. Wow, who would have thought?
So for the top, when you get to the last layer, flip it so you have the bottom, so it's upside down, so the bottom is on the top.
Can I just say, this is so fun. It's
I'm
like,
telling you, this is exciting.
it's like going to
Kind
summer
of like
camp and
cake
learning something.
meditation.
Are you going to grade us on how we're doing?
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, that's a good idea. So when you're done, just put a big blob on top,
Oh,
and then we're coat it. So
Am I blob enough?
you're blob enough, yeah.
Okay.
So what you do is with your spatula, you take a little bit and you go down the sides. Crumb coating is just to seal the outside of it to make sure that when you put the last layer of buttercream,
Thin?
you don't get any crumbs in the real, you know, in the layer that people are going to see.
Oh.
So it's just to seal it. And
That's a good tip.
yeah, so at this point, you know, once I would spread it all out and smooth it, I would put it in the fridge for an hour.
oh my goodness gracious. This is a lot harder than it looks.
And this is only the top tier.
This is, yeah.
Wow.
we have
Yeah.
42 tiers to go.
Wow. So, Julie, as we're starting to wrap up a little bit,
Yes.
if people were interested in contacting you for one of your cakes,
Yes.
how early in advance would they need to get on your calendar?
Right now, I'm booking for the fall and winter and spring.
Okay.
So 6 to 12 months at this point.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, you can find out more about Julie's amazing luxury design cakes by going to her website, juliedefonce.com. All right, those two down
let's
there
see.
are having some kind of fun.
What?
Pretty good.
Big thank you to Jeffrey and Linda. Great to have you both here.
Happy to be here.
Oh,
Stephanie
so
will
happy.
be back tomorrow, and Linda will be back next week. In the meantime, take some time, enjoy the Suncoast view. I'm going for the
And have
mistakes.
some cake.